Section 10.6 is called standard terminal markings. And so when we were back in chapter 9 talking about the ideal transformer, we use this dot notation, to indicate polarity on the transformer. And dot notation is commonly used in what we'd call instrument type transformers. Think smaller, less power type transformers. But for large power transformers, there's a different designation given, and we'll look at that. Not a big deal, not a long video. On power transformers, instead of using the dot notation, what are normally used is what's shown in figure 1010, where H1 and H2 would indicate the high voltage side of the transformer, are typically known as HV. And X1 and X2 are for the low voltage side, okay? And, by convention, and this is just something you have to know, right? H1 and X1 would have the same polarity. You say, well, why does that matter? Well, it matters a whole lot when you go to connect this thing up, right? And you can't have polarity reversed because we can just leave that to our imagination as to some of the things that could occur. So, H1 and X1 would have the same polarity. Although the polarity is known when the symbols are given, in case of power transformers, common practice to mount 4 terminals on the transformer tank in a standard way, so that the transformer is either determined to be additive or subtractive, okay? So that's another, electrical thing that we need to know. That would be a question you would ask, is this additive polarity or subtractive polarity? And so a transformer is said to have additive polarity when H1 is diagonally opposite X1. Similarly, a transformer has subtractive polarity when H1 is adjacent to X1. If we know the power transformer has additive or subtractive polarity, we don't have to identify those terminals by symbols or actually, perform tests on it and all that sort of thing. Subtractive polarity is standard for all single phase transformers above 200 kVA. That's standard. Now, I don't know, guys, if and gals, if that is part of the design consideration, proximity. I don't know that. That would be something for me to explore. But, subtractive polarity is standard for all single phase transformers above 200 kVA, provided the high voltage winding is rated to 8660 volts. All other transformers, which that's a lot, isn't it? All other transformers are said to have additive polarity. Okay, and that's it for 10.6. Simple enough, huh? It's getting easier.